Hey, it's Shar again. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be doing another book tag. I know I've been all booky lately, but I love books, so who can blame me? Totally should have book tag. Okay, so let's just get right into this. Ready? Number 1. Totally should have gotten a sequel. Now, I don't really read many standalone books. I'm more into series. There's more, just like I'm more into writing series. There's more to them, and more character growth, and more, just more fun in my opinion when there is at least a good. Usually I read at least 3 books in a series. I have some with 4. I have at least 3 with 4. Several. I have 1, 6, a 12. Another 12 is actually 36 in there. 3 for that series. 7 for that one. I do have one book that only has 2 books, but other than that, I think most of them are at least trilogies. I do have one standalone book, or no, I have 2 standalone books. That one and that one. I think those are the only ones I have that are standalone. The Hocus Pocus sequel, I have not read yet. See? But my mom has told me about it. Apparently the first half is the actual movie, and then the second half is about their daughter. Max and Allison's. That's standalone. And this one, I do have a few books that I only have one of them, but it's not standalone, so it doesn't count. This one is a Monster High and Ever After High crossover, and I would actually really love a sequel for this one, so I'm gonna have to go with this one. And the pages are printed like this, and I really love that. How it's like this, it's like all gray, and then when you open it, it's like all the outlines are gray, and then there's even some designs in the corners, and like skull, tree branch, and it's really nice. I really like that. You know, I'm more into hardcover, but this is paperback, but I do own several paperbacks. It depends if I could get a hardcover at the time. But I try to get hardcover if I can. But this is a really good book. I don't know if you guys ever see Monster High or Ever After High, but I love both. I do like Monster High more, but this one they actually have a crossover, and I only read the one, so there's a lot I don't remember. And I'm probably gonna reread it at some point, probably soon too, since I've been doing a lot of rereading. I do want to read some books I haven't read and then go back to rereading. But yeah. And it does kind of leave it off for another book, but I don't think they ever made one. I'm gonna look that up now, but I don't think they did. But if they didn't, then they should. Whether or not they were actually planning on it or just wanted to leave you off like this because the authors can be cruel. But a little epilogue. The epilogue is just about Frankie. It looks like. I'm not, instead of reading. Yeah, I'll read it. Okay. Noises outside Frankie's bedroom when... Actually, I'll just read the last paragraph. And after Frankie drifts to sleep, sometime between night steps and its shallows, a spark grows around the tiara. A soft green pulses from the compass. And if someone were watching, they see the glow from the barest hint of an arrow pointing west. Hold on. But yeah, it's like they had an idea. I don't know if they're planning on it, but if they're not, they really should. Because I would love to see more of the... Oh, there's a map in this one. If they're not planning on it, I really, really think they should. Oh, there's another map. I lost it. I actually lost it. Oh well. Oh, found it. And then I lost it. There. But anyways. Yeah, I mean, they really, really should make another one because I would love to see the interactions between the two again. Okay, moving on. Where did this go? Oh, way down here. 2. Should have gone a spin-off series. A lot of people would say Harry Potter, and I'm all for a Harry Potter series. I would love one with the kids better than the Cursed Child. But technically, the way I see it, Harry Potter does have a spin-off. The Nicholas Flamel series. I mean, it's about a character that's mentioned in Sorcerer's Stone, and it gets into his adventure with his wife and 2 twins that are the chosen ones. It was actually a pretty good book. So yeah, I consider this a Harry Potter spin-off because it's about a character from Harry Potter, and to me that is a spin-off, you know. So I can't put it back. Okay, now what do I want to spin off with? I would love a spin-off of Seekers. Seekers is just about the main 4 bears. 3, because I don't want to spoil that. But with Seekers, it's like first 6 books is about group bears. Second 6 books is about their children more than them. I don't know if that the next group of books is gonna be like that about their children or how it goes, but I would love another set of secret books about their kids, because in the end of the book, they all bears, after they found their one true place, they all met up again at the Great Bear Lake for your longest day, and they all introduced their kids, you know? And I would love a spin-off series about their kids. I really would. I actually have a fanfiction on Wattpad if you guys want to check it out, Adorable JoJo, of Seekers, and it's about them and their kids, so it goes back and forth. So that answers that question. Let's see. Number 3, an author who should write more books. See, I don't really know much about a lot of the authors of the books that I own. The only one I know of is Erin Hunter, and Erin Hunter is pretty much the only author where I read more than one series. So far, it's only Secrets and Warriors, but I do want to try Survivors and Bravelanders once I'm done with Warriors. Because I figure if I already like some of their books, maybe I'll like others. So, we'll see. Let's see. For a character who should have ended up with someone else. Most of the couples in the books I read, I like with who they ended up with. With Seekers, when I was first reading, I did kind of ship Khalik and Tokolo. I thought it'd be kind of cute, their banter against one another, because they're really close, they're friends, they die for each other, but at the same time they are both are alphas and they both try to lead. Later on, I think they actually start co-leading a little bit more because they stopped fighting as much, but that was until because I didn't know if they were gonna, because I mean for the longest time none of them had a relationship or even anything that simple like they were gonna have a relationship until book 6, Return to the Wild. No, this first. Okay, no, this is the 7th. Spirits in the Stars. When Khalik meets Yokon and falls for him, and I end up really liking that. So I don't think I actually have a couple that I love that end up with someone else. I mean, in this one, it's a Monster High book. I actually own 2 Monster High books. They're completely different authors, different storylines. And this one centers around these 3 girls and a guy named Sai, who's a Cyclops, and he immediately likes Rebecca, and they become close, and But there's only 4 books. It did leave off to make you think they might make a 5th one, but they never did, and I don't know if they are going to. I really hope that they do. I mean, they don't necessarily, because most of these books say to be continued when there was more. This one doesn't, but the second and third one does. They basically just say how Rebecca wants to find her dad, who's been missing for years, because she thought she was going to find him, but she ended up not, so she found some other missing people. Well, they all did. But at the 4th book, Sai officially becomes a member of their little trio they have, making it quadruple, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, I think they should have actually ended up together. They were really cute, and Sai's really shy and sweet, and I just think that they would be perfect together. You know, he's always making sure she's okay, because she always kind of loses her head, forgets things in weird areas, so he always makes sure she gets it back. So yeah, I think they should have ended up together. They would have been cute. Yeah, I think that's all I can think of. That, you know, I mean, in that series they ended up, I mean, in the Skinjacker trilogy, if I remember correctly, I'm currently rereading the 3rd book for the first time in years. I just read the first 2, as you know, from previous Skinjacker trilogy books. And I'll do a video once I finish that. I'll probably finish it soon, and this week. And then I'll do a video on that one. But if I remember correctly, Allie wakes up from her coma, because she found out she was in a coma. And Mikey goes into the light, and she says she was going to wait for him. So I don't know if she ends up marrying and having kids, or if she just waits until she dies to be reunited to him because she loves him. But most likely they will get reunited. Even if she does fall for someone new, she will always have a special place for Mikey, and she will be reunited to him. So the way I see it is that they did end up together. Not 100% sure, because I'm guessing they will be reunited once she dies. Okay, so number 5 should have ended differently. I don't know if I really have a book that I think should have ended differently. A lot of the books I really liked how they ended. Yeah, a lot of the books I like how they ended, so I don't think I have one for this one. I mean, I'm not done with Warriors yet. There's still a few books I haven't actually read on my shelf, and they might end up like that. So yeah, I'm gonna pass this one. Well, there is a book, the Storymakers trilogy. I'm not really sure if I'm thrilled about the ending. Dorothea and Kato, along with Dorothea's parents, end up staying in their realm when Rexy's with that one guy, I can't remember his name, back in their realm. And Dorothea can't go back because she'll die because her hair was cut, and then the fire or whatever, because she's in realm without magic or something. She'll never see Rexy again, and not exactly sure if I'm thrilled about that ending, about them staying. I understand because if I remember correctly, I only read it once. Dorothea will die if she goes back. But I still would have. I would have liked it if she actually did go back and saw Rexy again. Because she was in this other realm, so I don't even think she's the one that stopped the bad guy, even though the series started with her. The second book was a little bit more about Rexy, and the third book was kind of about both of them. Let's see. 6 should have had a movie franchise. Now, there's a lot of books on here that don't have movies. Harry Potter is disqualified because it does have a movie, so it's Hocus Pocus, even though the all-new sequel doesn't. Warriors, they mentioned about making a movie. And I think they're still thinking about it and maybe slowly planning it, but who knows when that'll happen. Then there's Monster High and Ever After High, which Ever After High is technically a series, and then Monster High are a series of movies. There's the Maleficent Mistress of Evil is a movie. I guess I have more of the best movies than I thought. Owl of Lost, which is Descendants. I would love to see these Effigies trilogy as movies. When Maya discovers that she's the next fire effigy after the previous one dies and has to get into that life, and things become very complicated and hard, and her life has already kind of been hard, at least recently. Her childhood was fine, it was just recently when she lost her family, her twin sister and her parents all died in fire, and she survived, and she was living with her uncle when she discovered she was a fire effigy, and that scared her. So she tried to deny it, but she couldn't, and was thrown into this with someone who's obsessed with her, trying to attack her and the other effigies and destroy the world altogether. But it's a really good trilogy, and I would love to see this as a movie, like seriously. Okay. Next one is Seven should have had a TV show. Now that's a little harder because books usually made into movies, not shows. I mean, there's the Vampire Diaries and Pretty Little Liars, and it's weird because usually I like the book more than the movie, but I usually like the TV show more than the book. I wasn't a fan of the Vampire Diaries book or Pretty Little Liars book, but I love their show, especially PLL. Movies, and even though if I love movies, a lot of times I like the book better. With Harry Potter, it's pretty even. I like the movies just as much as I like the book. But most things I do like the books better. I mean, there's just so much more to them, in my opinion. Now, what should I want as a TV show is the question. Ever After High is a TV show. Seekers. I say Seekers with a lot of answers because Seekers is Seekers. I would love to see that as a TV show. Like have maybe 4 seasons, and each book has so they can split each book in half and really bring out the depths and the whole story, so there's only I would already call them seasons because there's a set 6 and then there's 6, so there should be 4 seasons. There's 2 seasons the way I see it, book form. There should be 4 in series form, and each have 12 episodes, so each book has 2 episodes dedicated to it. Kind of like the series of Unfortunate Events did, part 2s and whatever. The Quest Begins Part 1, The Quest Begins Part 2, Great Bear Lake Part 1, Great Bear Lake Part 2, and so on. I would love that. And now I really want that, and I'm rooting for it. But I don't think that'll ever happen, sadly. Okay. 8 should have only had one point of view. I know I already used this before, but most of my books do only have one point of view. So I'm going back to the Storymaker series, because like I said, the first book was just Dorothea's point of view, and then when I was going to second, I figured, okay, more of Dorothea. I didn't think anything of it, but all of book 2 was Rexy's point of view, and the first book was so much better in my opinion. And then the third book was both of their point of views. If I remember correctly, it's one said Dorothea, the next said Cato. Or not Cato, Rexy. Seekers, it does have different point of views. Every book. One chapter will be Kalik, next Toklo, next Lusa, and then on like that, and it'll be about them and their point of view of what's going on. But that I do love. I love it being all their point of views. But this one, not so much. I think they should have kept in Dorothea's. Third one was both theirs, and I think they should have kept just Dorothea's point of view. But that's just me. Okay. I'll try not to use that one again. I don't think I will, but who knows. Number 9 totally should have had a cover change. Okay. I think that all the books I have I do like, for the most part, or I just don't really care on either way. See. Yeah, I think that most of them I actually really do like. I do have some faces. Some people don't like that. Monster High, I showed you, had the 3 bulls. this I think has a face. I think they both have a face. Yeah. The original has a face, and so does the sequel, which is the only book I had that only has 2 books. I don't think I really have a book I want a cover change with because I pretty much like a lot of the covers, or I just don't care either way. Like those 2, the one I just showed you in this sequel, I don't really care for the cover, but maybe they could have changed it. Yeah, if I have to go with one, I'll probably go with Bewitched and Oz and Magic Below. See. 10. Totally should have kept the original cover. Okay. A lot of these, I don't really know if any of these had another cover except for Harry Potter. I think there was covers, and I do like the original ones on those. But other than that, I think this is the original cover. Yeah, see? So, I'm not sure which ones they changed the cover on with Harry Potter though, but I think they did. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll go with that one. I can even put this book back. Okay, got it. Alright, last one. Question 11. I can't speak. Totally should have stopped at 1 book. Now this, I know there's nothing on here because, like I said, I'm more into series. I mean, I do read a few longer series. Seekers, Warriors. I want to read House of Knights, which I hear have 12. I'm gonna try and get into Survivors and Bravelanders if I can. Hopefully I can, because I'm kind of anticipating them. But they're by Aaron Hunter, so no doubt they'll have at least 12 Survivors. Last time I checked, they had 6, but then when I checked again not that long ago, I saw more. So I think that Aaron recently published more of their books. Bravelanders, I think, still only has like 6. Yeah. I mean, I think the longest book I've read is Warriors, with 36. Even if I haven't read them all, they do have 36, and I will be finishing them quite soon. So, yeah, there's not a book that I wish would have stopped at 1. I mean, there's still books I haven't read, and maybe one of them would. But, yeah, I'm going to say pass on this one. So that's it with my Totally Should Have book tag. Please like and subscribe and comment your answers. Or you can post your own video and tag me in it. I would love to watch it. Okay, see ya.